Good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great week so far. It's so great that we've actually gotten rain because we really needed it for sure. So let's get back to what our topic started to be last week, which is study skills, how to be a boss academically. And so I want to finish up kind of some great ideas on how to study and how to do really well academically. So before I get into some of the nitty gritty stuff, I wanted to throw out some reminders. So let's remember we need to be checking our Skyward once to twice a week to check your grades and to see if you have any missing assignments. Second, be checking your emails on a regular basis because I know myself and some other staff send you guys emails from time to time. Also, check my Google Classroom every day. Every day, I have little things that I put on there. There's a couple of days during the week that if you check it and you do what's on there, you get the possibility of winning a prize. So, these are important things for you guys to be doing checking emails, checking Skyward, checking your grades, making sure you don't have any missing assignments. Last week, we talked about study skills such as creating a good study environment, quiet place, organized, clean place, having your binders being orderly and organized and put together, but also completing our work on time so that we're actually learning the information ahead of time and so that we're able to take the test and know that information really well as well. So, making sure we get our work completed on time. Also, we talked about flashcards, reviewing your classwork throughout the week. So, it doesn't have to be like an hour, 2 hours that you're spending doing that. It could be 5 or 10 minutes a night, just kind of reviewing the work that you did in the class that day or earlier in that week, keeping that information fresh on your mind. And, repetition, doing things over and over, helps us keep things in our memory bank. So, the more you look at something, the more you read over it, the more likely you are going to be able to remember it come test time. So, some other things that I think are super important to be doing is making sure that at times in some classes you may need to take notes from time to time. And this is where some of the things that you learn in ELA can really be something that you apply. Taking notes requires us to be able to identify the main idea or the theme of something and the topic of something. If a teacher is repeating something more than once, more than twice, that might be a clue that you really need to know that information or that vocabulary word. And so writing that down and taking notes based off of what are the main points that this teacher is presenting to me today. Also, I think willing to spend some time doing like Kahoots, Quizlets, iReady, um, IXLs, Google Classroom kind of things, any little online quizzes, challenges that you can do really help you review your information and help you be able to study a little bit. Also, I think it's super important to, as a way to learn something, and I find this really helpful, especially in math, and that is to help you learn the concept that you're learning in the math. Sometimes it's really helpful for us to teach it to someone else. So whether it's, hey, mom, dad, let me teach you something that I learned in math today, or to a sibling or to a friend. But teaching someone how to do the math problems that you're working on um, helps you be able to review and make sure that you understand what you're doing as well. Um, So those are some key things: flashcards, study guides, um, spending time 5-10 minutes a night reviewing important information or assignments that you have completed over the past couple of days in different classes, teaching someone else the concepts, having that neat, clean, quiet space to study, doing your homework on time and turning it in on time, and staying organized. And these are all super duper important things. The last couple of things I wanted to talk about was making sure you're using your time wisely. Time management, wise time management is super important to academic success and making sure that you're staying on top of things. I said at the very beginning of the school year, like maybe using a calendar up on your Chromebook. Up in the top corner, there's a square with a bunch of dots. If you click on that, there is a calendar in there. So you can click on there and say, on a certain day, I'm having a test this day, or a quiz this day, or I have homework that I need to do, or a project, and putting that in there. And it can send you reminders that you have that to do. So that's one way to have a calendar, or you can carry a calendar with you in your binder and use it, handwrite it. Um, but being able to use your time wisely is super important. So there's times maybe in success that you may have some time that you can do your missing work. So practice figuring out different times of the day where you might have a little bit of extra time and you can work on missing work, or you can study for whatever test you have coming up. Also, I want you to remember we have after school tutoring available. All you have to do is go to guidance and ask for the tutoring sheet and fill it out and have your parent fill it out and then bring it back to guidance. And you will be signed up for after school tutoring. And you can do that once a week, twice a week. You designate the day that you get to do that, and we'll make sure that we have somebody available for you. Um, I think another thing that is kind of tricky academically, especially in the seventh grade and probably every grade, but especially starting in seventh grade, this is a different level of education. You're in middle school, you're not in intermediate or elementary anymore. So there are a lot more activities and things that you get to participate in and get a chance to participate in at the middle school level all the way through high school. Athletics, different clubs and organizations that require your time. And so, as athletes, as someone who's involved in different clubs and organizations that require you to do community work outside of school and different things like that, you have to learn how to manage your time really wisely. And with athletes, like you are an athlete second, but you are a student first. That's why the phrase is student athlete. You are a student first. Your academics should take priority over that sport or that activity, and making sure that you are applying yourself for whatever you want in your future. And just like what we said in announcements the other day, not everybody is going to go to college, and that is totally okay. But we still want to make sure we're absorbing different lessons and things in our classes, in our academic life, because there are a lot of the things that we learn throughout school that we will be applying in our adult life, our jobs, different things like that. So today, I want you guys at the end of this video to talk about what study skills have you used since last week? What study skills are you intending to use this week? And are there any study skills that I did not mention? And again, teachers, feel free to kind of add your thoughts to different ways to study to help them be successful, especially for whatever subject you teach. I hope you guys have a great day. I love seeing you guys in the hall. So if you see me, please say hi. I love talking to you guys. Have a great day. Bye.